Now let's go into it. Game number 2, HwangSin versus HayprO. The map is Ohana, but good God, man. And then
HwangSin's a funny. He's a troll.
You have no clue how big of a troll this guy is.
I've talked to him in the past, but yeah, I probably don't know.
Like, that's the thing. Koreans, they have, like, the most manners, right? You always see Koreans as being very humble.
And proper.
Super proper. No, like, every single one of them. I meet Puma. He's the biggest troll, too. Like, the biggest troll. Actually, I was so mannered to Puma.
Puma's a pretty big troll, too.
I go up to Puma at IPL4. I go, oh, Team Liquid Hero, hello. I go, you Team Liquid Hero, right?
Yeah,
he goes, yeah. It's like, oh, big fan. Love your Protoss.
I was like, shame about NASL Season 2 finals.
Yeah.
You weren't able to take it. I was really hoping you would, man. I really don't like Puma.
Yeah.
And Puma was like, oh, yes. Oh, yeah. So be it.
So be it.
It's really funny because Koreans, no matter what, they know how to say like hello, thank you, and so be it. Those are like the 3 phrases that they know in English. But yeah, so speaking of HwangSin, he is, of course, the red Protoss in the top left corner, representing its Gosu, the North American team. And HwangSin opened up Nexus first last game. Looks like he will just Nexus first as well. He does have the probe in position in case HayprO was trying to go for a fast hatchery, but HayprO already skimming that and going for the fast third.
Now, I've thought about this a lot, Frodan. What if Protoss's, excuse me, Zerg start going 13 spawning pool? That sounds crazy, right? Why would you give that up? But you get the 13 spawning pool to punish players that go for a super fast Nexus, a Nexus first.
So you can get the Zerglings in just in time.
Exactly. Do you think that would work?
Huh. Well, we've seen Zergs like TLO actually go 12 pool because of it.
Yes.
And it works really well, but it does stall your economy. It's just like a little hiccup in your economy as a result. So 13 might be a compromise. Who knows? You could theory craft with some people. I know you like to talk to Vibe from its Gosu.
I want to actually bring that up because I feel like getting the extra queen out a little bit earlier, it won't really suffer. You won't suffer too much because you can clear out any pylons. You don't have to worry about those shenanigans. You're actually a lot safer overall, and you can do a lot of damage. So I'm actually going to fiddle around with that with my Zerg, man.
Fair enough. In the meantime, we do see the probe. Oh, the probe actually dies early on, but HwangSin gets the information. He sees the third, or I call it the third because that's where the conventional third is, but it really is just the expansion from HayprO. So he sees the expansion. It's pretty much expected, and HwangSin transitioning normally. Now, Ohana. Ohana is an interesting map for Protoss vs Zerg. We've seen a lot of epic games dating back to Hero versus Damaga. We saw Dark Forest versus Noni, TLO versus Axlab. So we've seen pretty cool PvZs, and I feel like PvZ's been figured out a little bit on this map in terms of dynamics. What can we really be expecting on Ohana, Andre?
It's interesting that HayprO chose this map. Normally, it's really easy to keep your third or defend your third. And that's like a nightmare. I mean, Zergs really don't want the Protoss opponent expanding. If anything, you want to be attacking the natural, keeping them on 2 base for as long as possible, and then you're in a great position. But HayprO chose this map. Now, this third is like super far back. It's tucked away in a corner. It's very easy to actually reinforce this because you just blow down the destructible rocks, and all of a sudden you're defending your third yet again. I don't know. It's just a really weird map in general, but I can understand it at the same time because it gives him a lot of room to take his third. It gives him a lot of room to really set up his economy. So normally Zergs will be able to just skyrocket in the amount of drones. They can actually get a half production cycle more drones, I would say, go up to 60, 70 drones before actually making any units. Drone, more drone. That's what Zergs love to do. So I can understand there, but going into the later game stages, Frodan, I feel like HayprO will be in a tough situation. That is if HwangSin plays for that, however, and he is known for a 2 base. So maybe he's just playing the mind game, the meta game.
He's playing off his reputation.
Exactly.
Because he went for a third and was able to gear up for a huge push based off his 3 bases. And everyone knows 3-base Protoss is pretty scary compared to 2-base Protoss if you can get up that huge ball. HayprO, this game should be much more prepared. You can see he's incorporating an Evo Chamber way earlier into his build compared to last game because he knew that Dark Templar definitely caused much more chaos than he anticipated. He's going to scout with his Overlord also into the main, so get a quick glimpse of those gateways, which is a pretty normal transition. You see usually 4 gates and a robotics, and HwangSin is opening up the same exact way as he did in game number 1. Except the delayed +1, but still.
This is a really good build, I think, on this map, just because there's that single ramp. Of course, there's a lot of space in between your natural and your main. So if I displace units all the way out here, it's actually really easy to get your, what is it, the sentries in place. But here we go, the same exact tactic. And HwangSin should know this is coming. Excuse me, HayprO should know this is coming.
HwangSin definitely knows.
He definitely knows this is
coming.
coming.
But I like this a little bit of a wrench into things. He's gonna send 4 zealots to pressure another base. And
no, he did that last time.
Did he do that last time? No, I thought he warped in 4 zealots.
No, he did that. He did 3 zealots over to the side. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I actually missed that because I was paying attention to the war prison. No, you're absolutely okay. My mistake, Andre. Thank you for pointing that out.
No, same exact thing. You can see the roaches are out of position quite a bit. There's the force field. And now all of HayprO's units are trapped on that top.
Oh,
now, he is doing a harass type style. He's not going to commit to this too hard. The Zealots are going to do a ton of damage over here. He needs burrow desperately, but burrow is nowhere in sight.
Also has to not get his sentries surrounded. This is a good move by HayprO. And, HayprO also hold positioning his drones to try to catch up. But the Zealots also catch the Queen. And the force field is also going to continue on the ramp. A very nice play here from HwangSin, warping in only Zealots, preserving his gas count, and saving his sentries. HwangSin showing his micro. And we see that HayprO has been very, very perplexed here by these short sentries and warp prism. These Zealots are doing so much damage than they ever should be. And you can see HwangSin paying close, meticulous attention to his sentries and making sure they can't ever get sniped by the roach.
This did a ton of damage, forces a lot of roaches out when HayprO does not want to be starting roach production. He's at 57 drones, which is a good amount, but it really stagnates his ability to tech. You can see in the back here, HwangSin is already prepared for this big amount of roaches. And look at this. It will be a follow-up. I love this follow-up. He's really forced his opponent to overmake units. It stops his ability.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right. No, our producer was asking if we wanted instant replay, but we're too busy focusing on the drop here back into the main. As you see that HwangSin, just doing some light harass again. Able to drop his sentries, force field to keep the roaches out and pick off a couple of drones. And we saw HwangSin just do this game number 1, just chip away at the drone count very slowly. He's killed 7 workers, but you can bet that war prism isn't done just yet.
Look at the Spire in the bottom left-hand corner. This should have been started a while ago if he wants to deal with this Immortal switch, or rather the Immortal bust that is to come. But I think the Spire tech will be a little bit too late. HwangSin has geared himself up to be in a perfect situation to really take it to his opponent. I don't see HayprO actually coming back from this. 20 Zerglings in production. The Spire tech is so close to be finishing, but it's not going to finish in time. And here we go, the big engagement.
A lot of Overlords are exposed as well, shutting down HayprO's ability to really macro. Even if the Spire finishes, will he have enough supply room to even make units? The roaches get in, and we see that the sentries are getting sniped slowly. A little bit of lag, but in the end, HayprO, where are your units? He doesn't have anything really here to face off against the Protoss army.
He just doesn't have enough gas to do this Muta switch.
Oh, man.
And now that there's just no units on the ground, the Stalker counter will be enough to clear up any amount of Mutas. There's enough remaining units as well, whether it be Immortals or Sentries, to deal with any ground units. And HwangSin is going to take it to his opponent, and there it is. GG, ladies and gentlemen. HayprO will tap out. HwangSin will take it by a score of 2-0.
Yep, HwangSin, it was a really good job by him. It's a really important win for HwangSin as well. It's the first win in his division, so now he finally climbs up the standings. HayprO still searching for his first W.
Unfortunate for HayprO. I'm really sad for him because I think he deserves one, but I have to say HwangSin was just the better player overall. I think the build preparation wasn't there. That's a pretty common build to do, so I'm really confused why there was, I don't know, I guess so much confusion with that. Normally we'll see spine crawlers being set up over there at the ramp just to stay safe against something like that. You will push her a fast burrow, something along those lines, but I feel like losing to that twice in a row, just really weird. Really, really weird.
Yeah, you should have been able to, he's trying to adapt because he probably expected even DTs or something, but you can see the Evo Chamber was the adaptation, but in the end, HayprO was taken out by HwangSin 2-0. Guys, thank you so much to the sponsor of that game, GameMinder, for providing the smartphone application to let you know about upcoming NASL broadcasts as well as your upcoming game demos or even game releases. Like a lot of cool games are coming out this month.
Diablo 3?
Yeah.
That's
Well,
cool. Can't wait.
I can't wait till that release, especially.
We are going to be the biggest degenerates in the world. I can feel it right now. We're just going to farm more
and
gold.
then go
farm.
cast, and then you guys will like, we'll have like super baggy eyes. And be like,
What is this game?
Week 9.